Hi Wise Jammer Girls, tonight I'm going to take you through markets and what you can do to prepare for a market, how to approach your customers and what sort of supplies to take. I know a couple of my Wise Jammer Girls have markets coming up in the next weeks and months, and I wanted to make sure that you've got all the information from my experience. There's also YouTube clips that I'd recommend from Pam Engel, who is wonderful. She's part of Angela's team as well in the US Glamour Jammers. So I've got a little checklist here that I'm going to read through. So if you see me looking down and down and down, it's making sure that I have given you all of the information that I feel is necessary. Please send through any questions you have. If I've missed something that you think is really important or there's a question that you have, just let me know. I'm here to help. So prep work is going to be the main thing. It's going to be time consuming, but it's going to be worth it so that you are going to have a seamless market. I recommend having a checklist so that you can mark off each time you've achieved something ready for your market. Checklists of supplies is important so you know what you need to pack. You need to find out if there's going to be a power supply at this market. Is it indoor or outdoors? Because that's going to help you understand if you are going to have a heater there and going to be showing your customers how to apply those wraps, or if you're just going to be handing out samples. Talking about where the market is, find out if there's going to be tables supplied. Even if there is, I'd still recommend taking a table just in case. If you're one of the late arrivals and there's no tables left, you're stuck. You've got no way to display your Jamberry products. So still keep, if you've got a table at home, see if you can pack it in your car and take it along. On your table, here's a checklist of supplies. You're going to want wraps to display, so a lookbook that I've done before, and I've showed you about that. You're going to be wanting images about the wraps, whether that be in a photo frame of you buy one, get one free deal, information about what the wraps are, that they're latex free, that they're made in US, they last up to 2 weeks on fingers, 6 weeks on toes. There might be one that says you get paid to have pretty nails. Those are the tools that help you start those conversations. Customers see that, oh, you get paid to have pretty nails. That's a business opportunity that you can talk to them about. They can see that if they buy 3 of these products, they're going to get a 4th one free. So it covers some of the conversations that you would normally have or can begin those conversations. You're also going to want to prep hostess packets and opportunity packets, and I'll cover off those in a separate video. Now, your hostess packets are what you'll be providing the customers on the day that say they do want to host a party, whether that be online or in-home. Hopefully you're able to schedule in a date, but if not, that's okay. That's okay. But you can provide the basic information to a potential hostess of what hosting a party is going to be involved, your contact information. The opportunity packs are for the business, so joining your team and the Wise Jammer team, so what we're going to be able to offer to them and what comes with our US upline in the Glamour Jammer team as well. You're also going to need your sample cards. Now, these are business cards that I've created through Vistaprint, but you can order them through your dashboard as well. Now, I've included a single sample on this. Okay. Included when I hand these out is your application instructions that has application and removal information. And also, when you're handing these out, you've got on clipboards, which you can get from Kmart or Officeworks. I know there's a few other eBay shops that you can buy your little clipboards, your customer information. The way I've approached my customers in my markets as they're coming up, hi, would you like to take a free sample of Jamberry home for you to apply? This is my markets where I can't help them apply it with it. I've got no heater source. And I'll hand them my business card and the application instructions for them to take home. Once they have that, then I will be asking them with their clipboard, would you mind if we exchange contact information so I can follow up with your application next week? Now, as they're filling out that information, I can give them more details about the Jamberry product. They're a brand new product from America that's just launched in Australia. They are an easy way of doing your nail art. They last for the 2 weeks on fingers. You've got 300 designs to choose from. However, the conversation flows easily. Once they've given you that contact sheet back, they should hopefully be ticking whether they want to host an online party, host an in-home demo, or join your team. There's a couple of other options there as well. Check that. Because if they've ticked that they want to host a party or they want to join your team, then you hand over your hostess pack or your opportunity pack with them. I always recommend thanking them for their time. Even if they just take the sample, they don't want to fill out their contact details. Thanks very much for your time. Have a great day. This business is customer service. It's about making that connection. It's about being presentable and being approachable. So that's covered a bit of the approach. I'd also like to talk about the setup. Now, test your table setup at home, or if you've done in-home parties already, so you know how to present your table. If you take a picture of it, you'll easily be able to replicate that market after market. You don't have to stop and think. You know exactly where you want things positioned. I've got some pics that I'm going to upload of my market tables as well, so you can just have a look at a basic display there. Take your own, as I said, take your own table, but also take a stool. Now, when I'm talking about a stool, this is something that you perch on. Let me show you something. I'm sitting behind a desk and I've got a lazy picnic stool, and I'm going to sit like this. And my customers are going to walk up to me. I'm like, no, I'm going to get off my chair. If you're on a stool, you're straight back, you're presentable, and you can jump out of your seat as soon as that lady walks up to your table, or husband, hopefully, as well. Engage with your fellow stall holders. As you're setting up, if you've got everything ready before your customers arrive, go around and have a look what other people are selling. Engage with those. Hand them over your business card. Jamberry is so new that this is an amazing opportunity for you to grow your own business and your customer base just by networking. Now, I've also put in here a little note, your windy backup plan. If you've got an outside market and it's not particularly good weather, what's your windy backup plan? Now, this is my experience. It hasn't been great. If you've got picture frames that are sitting up, they're going to fall over. If you've got a raffle box, that's going to blow away as well. So make sure you've got things that can weight it down. I ended up just laying my photo frames down. It still had the same information there. I was able to keep my sample cards underneath it, and as soon as somebody approached my table, I'd have them in my hand so that customers were still accessible there. Now, in your approach, no phone. Do not use your phone at a market. As I've said before, this is customer service. We want to be there to engage with our customers. If you're at a stall behind your table and you are sitting there on your phone and there's a lady 3 stalls down going, oh yeah, there's a Jamberry lady. She doesn't look really interested in her business. She's sitting on a phone. I might just dodge that stall. You're going to want to make eye contact. You're going to be attentive. You'll see that lady coming 3 stalls down going, she's made eye contact with me. She hasn't heard of Jamberry, or she has heard of Jamberry, and she's going to come and talk to me. Be ready. Be approachable. With the contact information that I was talking about with this, offer a raffle, just a half sheet if you've got that. Even a sample sheet of 5 wraps. Once you've got their contact information, and even as you're presenting it, saying, I'd love to follow up with your wrap application, and you're going to the draw for a free sheet of wraps. Who's not going to want to go into a draw to get free Jamberries? So that is something that I will then have an avenue when I'm following up with them and saying, you haven't won this raffle, but I do have this special deal, or I understand that you wanted to book a party, and thanks very much for filling out your contact details. Mm-hmm. With those contact details, 3 days maximum for following up. Hi, it's Jess from Jamberry. Just wanted to see how you've gone with your applications. Have you got any questions? You haven't applied them yet? Okay, let me give you some hints and tips. I know that you ticked a sheet on your sheet that you wanted to host an online party. I've got some dates available here. Let's see what works for you, or an in-home party. Now, what it doesn't have on this information, they might not have ticked host a party. They might not have ticked join your team, but there is nothing there that says they don't want to place an order. So even if it's just, hi, it's Jess from Jamberry, wanted to see how you've gone with your application and wondering if you'd like to place an order of Jamberry products today. And that's all it needs to be. Lovely meeting you at the market. Thanks very much for your time. Have a nice night. Now, on that contact sheet, it also has how they prefer to be contacted. Make sure you pay attention to that, because if they don't want a phone call at 8 o'clock at night and they've specifically said text, then text them. It's again about that customer service, listening to their needs and how they want to engage with you. The other thing that I wanted to say is thank them for the time. So at the end of the day, at the end of the time that you've spent talking to them and they're on their way, have a great time at the market. It was lovely talking to you. Thanks very much for your time. And that's all it needs to be. I've covered off quite an in-depth bit of information, but as I said earlier, if you've got any questions, just let me know. I'm happy to help. Thanks, girls. Bye.